Hey everyone, George here as always. I just finished playing the Mass Effect 3 demo, and going into this, I don't really like Mass Effect too much. I played the first one, I didn't play the second one. I don't know what it exactly is. I'd have to go back and play Mass Effect 1 to understand why I didn't really like the game. But nevertheless, I played Mass Effect 3, and, well, the demo. And I got a couple of things to say about it, obviously, since the game hasn't come out yet. You know, that's what everyone needs to know, is what does people think about this game so far. Fucking covers are under my ass. Okay, so, in the demo, you get to play a little bit of the single player, and you also get a taste of the multiplayer. And the demo really amps up the multiplayer a little more, because it's multiplayer. I guess that's why. So, the demo of the single player. In the single player, you get to see like this opening cutscene. Actually, before we get to the gameplay aspects of it, what they did was, which was really interesting, is you get to choose from whether you want the experience to be more action-based, RPG-based, or more story-based. I don't know if they did this in Mass Effect 2. I don't think they did this in Mass Effect 1. But you get to choose how you would like to experience the game. And I tried each one of them to see if there was any variation between them, and it does even say that you can change it throughout the game. So like maybe midway you're like, I'm getting sick of just the story, maybe I want a bit more action in it. So you get a little more action. Or you want a little more RPG, or you can quarter it up, whatever, fuck it. But I went through the demo 3 times just to see the difference between them. And there's not that much of a difference. I didn't feel too much of a difference. The only thing I could really see a bit of a difference is it felt like I made more choices when I went through it story-wise. Obviously, because you expand the story. The action was a little more difficult during when I went through it action-wise. RPG, I didn't really see any difference. Though it could be just me, maybe some people find it different. Whatever. Okay, so the game. When you get into it, you get some of the you get to customize what your character looks like, which is really freaking cool. Well, actually, it's not that cool because you really only customize the face, which I know because you wear a standard outfit through the entire thing, but you don't get to do very ridiculous looking characters. All the characters that you can really create look very militarized style, and you can be female or male. So it's really up to you. It doesn't really change too much whether you're one or the other gender. But that's a nice little touch. I mean, my guy had a white hair. It was short, not, long. But, okay, so after you've customized your character and you've made the first name for them and you create what kind of but what kind of class you want them to be, there's a couple of classes. There's like more of a shooting-based class, if I can remember correctly. More action. Engineering, was it even? There's some Sentinel. You just sort of look through them, and whatever one you like, and then you choose like the history of your character. I'm pretty sure, because I know from the second one, from what I've heard, if you have pre-set data from the first game or the second game, you can take it on into the third one. So it sort of creates the history already, or something like that. I don't know. I'm just speculating from what I've heard about the other ones. Okay, so you get into the game. Let's get straight to the gameplay. You get into the game, you choose a little bit of this conversation crap. It makes your character either, really interesting or a complete prick. But I'm pretty sure there'll be more choices in the full game. You only get like 2 choices for each thing that came up. So I think they're just giving you like, the extreme left or the extreme right sort of thing. The combat that's in it, one of the things that I noticed was that I was able to, I really like punching things, which is I think this is the first time in a third-person shooter that I ever felt really obligated to go up to an enemy and punch them. Because it just felt so fun. But the shooting aspect's alright. It doesn't like help you or anything. There's no auto lock. You have to do it yourself. Or at least that's what it felt like. But it does help you recognize what is an enemy for the most part, if that makes any sense. I don't know, probably doesn't. It's your standard, you can take cover, third-person shooter sort of thing. What do you expect from most third-person shooters, actually, to be honest? There is an RPG element to it, though I didn't really experience that much. Obviously more so in the RPG progression of things, you experience the RPG element a lot, but I mean, really I just saw, oh, level 14, awesome! So there's that. What else is there to say about the single player? It didn't really feel like it was doing anything interesting or groundbreaking or anything like that. It could be because, they've been doing what they did from the first one, which the first one might have been groundbreaking in a way, but it's been done to death by now. Story-wise, I don't know what's really been happening because the second one I didn't play. The first one I was like maybe a halfway or something like through it, and I didn't really give a shit. But Earth's being attacked by things called it starts with an R. What was it? They said it like a shitload of times in the cutscenes. Reapers. I think they said the Reapers. Earth is being attacked by these things called Reapers. And I guess it's really bad that Reapers are attacking. And what seems to be the only course of action is that Shepard and his team have to go and recruit as many people in the galaxy to save Earth. Damn, that's pretty epic. That does sound really big. And I'm pretty sure, I know the game will definitely deliver on the bigness, because you do get to explore the galaxies. I'm hoping that's still a theme that was in it from the first one. So, that'll be really interesting to see where they go with that. You get to play this little bit of a mission, where you have to rescue this female person that Rex knows. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It sounded like they were saying Rex, but it was spelled like WREX, I think. And you have to save them, and you have to like take down these Cerberus or something like that. It felt standard. It didn't feel like it was breaking any grounds or anything. I'm pretty sure when the full game comes out, maybe that it might feel a bit bigger. I hope it does. Because that's the only way that game would really sell me, is if it felt better than the demo. But beyond that, there wasn't really that much to say about the single player. You get a taste of a few things, like how the conversation piece will work out, what the battling will be like, but you don't really get a sense of what the exploration part of it's going to be like. So I guess they're keeping that up to a mystery. Good or bad, up to you. Now here comes the big part. The part that I was a little more excited for was the multiplayer. Because it's online multiplayer, it advertises up to 4 people. I didn't really know what kind of mode it was going to be, but upon finding out, wasn't really that excited anymore. It's those wave modes. So basically, you face like waves of enemies, and you get a lot of the maps from the looks of it. There's going to be quite a few maps in this. You get to choose from different enemies as well, and you also get the private and public servers. You get I think 3 kinds of difficulties. So what they were advertising there is you face off with Cerberus. I don't know if you know who these people are. But Cerberus are like these, let's just call them stormtroopers, because that's basically what it was. Or, the people from Lost Planet, they sort of remind me of like the enemies, not like the enemies, but like those troops that are in Lost Planet, because they have like mech suits too. So that's what it reminded me of. Okay, so in the multiplayer, you'll face off like waves of enemies, and you can do this with up to 4 people online. I don't know if it has offline support. Really didn't advertise that. I doubt it does. But you'll face these enemies, and every once in a while they'll throw a little bit of a challenge in there, so it's not just like, oh, you've defeated these enemies, on to the next wave of enemies. Like, you know, defusing bombs, I think was one of them, or like killing off certain targets and time limits. So they try to make it a little interesting. Overall, I didn't really give a shit about it. I have to say, it took me a while to find a match, and not in the way where I went through like bad connection problems or anything like that, or like no one was playing. There were people playing. It's more so that the community really didn't want to play with people who are just playing it, and I don't know how to really react to that. I mean, if that's how the multiplayer community is going to be when the full game comes out, I really don't want to be a part of that, because, you know, you go to play it and you want to try out what the multiplayer is going to be like. You want to, you know, play online with all these other people around the world, and they're not letting you because they don't want to play with you. It's really stupid. It is really stupid that, you know, just because you're level 1 means that they don't really want to play with you, because for some really dumb reason, I don't know, they think you're bad at playing the game or something. In my case, I wasn't really bad at playing it. Here's the thing. When you play the single player, don't expect the same treatment with the NPCs or like the difficulty when it comes to the multiplayer, because the enemies take longer to kill. You'll have different weapons. Your punches aren't as powerful. That pissed me off. I expected going in there being like, fuck guns, punch the shit out of them. No, that's not happening. No, the multiplayer like makes punching suck. which was terrible, because the shooting down enemies took forever. Which is weird, because I'm using a shotgun. And in my mind, shotguns in close range should kill enemies in about 1 to 2 shots. For the most part, you'll kill an enemy maybe in like 3 to 4 shots. It's really random. And you can be really freaking close to them. You could be standing right in front of them, it takes forever to kill. With a shotgun. Sniper rifles work pretty well when you zoomed in. Like, you could be up to an enemy with a sniper rifle and firing at them point blank range. But it wouldn't work. But if you zoomed in, you would always kill them one shot. So that made no sense. You get different types of enemies. You know, you get like the easy ones. You get ones that are a little stronger. You get ones with shields. And then you get one with mech suits. And that's about it. So what else is there to the multiplayer? You get the different kind of classes you can choose, and each class you can upgrade. It's here more that I found the, the RPG element to really branch out a little more. Because each class you have, like, about 5 or 6 different categories you can upgrade with them. Within each of those, you get, like, a branching path, sort of how you want the character to develop. And then you can customize the multiplayer character. In the demo, you only get to choose the color, but I suspect that it looks like there might be a bit more customization to it. If there is, that'd be really cool. That would be really awesome. What else is there to the multiplayer? Because I wanted to say something else. I played a couple matches by myself. It sucked. The multiplayer was meant for multiplayer. You at very low levels at the very least, you're not going to be like going through waves like nothing. Essentially, you're definitely not going to be feeling like the badass shepherd in the single player, like you do in the single player, or in the multiplayer. It's just going to be like you suck. nothing. The couple of matches I played with other people, it went by a lot quicker. It was still boring, but it wasn't as bad. You get to buy things from an in-game store using in-game currency to get some stuff like weapons, ammo, and whatever else, health packs, little upgrades here and there. But honestly, looking at the demo, it doesn't make me really that excited to play the game. The full game, it doesn't really make me want to buy the full game. But, of course, different strokes for different folks. Other people I can see, playing this demo being like, fuck, I've got to play more. Can't wait for it. But, from what I experienced with the demo, it doesn't really leave me wanting more. Yeah. So, that's my impression by playing the demo. The best thing I can obviously say is go try the demo for yourself. It's free. Don't know why you haven't played it now. If you're watching this video being like, should I go and get the demo? You should probably already looked at it yourself. But that's definitely a thing, is if you want to know for yourself, play the demo. That's my thoughts on it. I didn't really care for it. It was boring. The best thing I could say about this is playing the single player. It makes the melee feel more better than any other third-person shooters. Like, I felt like my punches matter, which is pretty cool. I like going up to enemies and punching them. It felt fun. I'm old school like that. Guns in a blazing. That's why people probably didn't want to play with me. Because I suck. Because I just go in. I'm rambling now. So, Mass Effect 3 demo! Play it, I guess.